It's a feel-good moment to be the florist, kind of the royal florist, so to speak, because handling the queens and the princesses and being involved in a lot of their parties and celebrations. It is an honor. If you would have told me this little boy from the south side of San Antonio was going to be taking care of this back in the 60s, I would have probably said, no, that's not real.
A lot of people see the parade in different parts of the route, but it's not until you're around the Alamo that you understand that every entry does give that fresh floral tribute to honor the fallen heroes of the Battle of the Alamo, San Jacinto, and Goliad.
We have our foam ready with wet foam to protect the roses, since the roses have to be fixed and prepared and stay moist.
Danny is a local icon in San Antonio, and we all know him by Danny. We don't even have to say Cuellar of Trinity Flowers. And he knows exactly what we want. We don't have to tell him, we just have to say, hey, you're on the calendar again, this is the date.
I've got a good history with the tradition and maintaining the tradition of the Battle of Flowers, and I think the beginning of the parade where actually flowers were tossed. So in a way, the history of that first parade where it was a Battle of Flowers has continued in laying of these wreaths at the Alamo.
In 1891, a congressman's wife, Ellen Mari Sladen, had seen a flower parade in Spain, and she loved it so much she thought, I'll come back to San Antonio and get with my friends and we'll hold a flower parade in conjunction with the visit of the sitting president at the time, who was Benjamin Harrison. On the day of the parade, there was such a torrential downpour that they couldn't have it. But they didn't let it rain on their parade and instead had the first parade about 4 days later. So that was the beginning of the Battle of Flowers parade. And the first flowers came from surrounding gardens of San Antonio, and they had to use a lot of gardens because it was such a spectacular staged event. And so as time goes on, we've had Danny help us with all those flower needs.
And it's the selecting seasonal flowers because of what we do. We try to stay with flowers that are readily available. So you've got the ostromeriums, you have the smaller spray roses, the yellow rose, because definitely the yellow rose is an important flower for the organization. It's the yellow rose of Texas. There's just a lot of history in the yellow.
The yellow roses signify friendship. And all the ladies at the parade and the band festival, they wear yellow dresses just like I have on today. And in 2019, we started a new tradition. As the president came down in her car and she paused at the Alamo to hand over her fresh floral tribute that Danny made, the cadets would walk slowly past every one of the former presidents. And those former presidents would have a bouquet, and they would add their bouquet to his big arrangement. And so at the very end, then it would be on the lawn of the Alamo for everyone to see and to know that we were there to teach Texas history.
Well, all the organizations will put a banner of where the flowers do come from, and this here with the Battle of Flowers Association, we do have their ribbon made.
It's always a party with a purpose, Fiesta, but our purpose is to teach and preserve Texas history and keep alive the Texas and San Antonio patriotic traditions. And we've done that, I think, pretty well, and we've done it for, it will be 132 years.
And as this is laid there, it honors the heroes, but it also brings to mind of all the participants that are laying the wreaths there. Being San Antonian, Texan, born in the south side of town and being in this community, and it's part of the history of who I am, who we all are. I mean, we're born here, we're raised here. Fiesta is an important part of all our history.